Okay guys, Mr. Gibson here. I'm going to show you guys how to multiply complex numbers. So we talked about what an imaginary number was, subsequently what complex numbers were, how to add and subtract them, but just like other numbers, other real numbers, not only do we want to add and subtract them, we also want to know how to multiply them, okay? Pretty easy, okay? It's just going to be like multiplying any other two binomials we would. So I've got two complex numbers, 6 plus 2i, times negative 3 minus 3i, another complex number. All I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this just like I would multiply any other binomial. So again, pretending like this I is a variable. We know it's not a variable. We know it represents square root of negative 1. But for right now, we're just going to treat it like any other variable. So I'm going to multiply 6 into everything. So I'll have 6 times negative 3. Plus 6 times negative 3i. Okay. Now I'm going to take this 2i and distribute it. So I have 2i times negative 3. Alright. And then I'll put plus here. 2i times negative 3i. So 2i times negative 3i. Okay. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. 6 times negative 3i, just like I would multiply any other variable. I'd go 6 times negative 3 is negative 18i. Okay. 2i times negative 3, well, that would be negative 6i, because 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Leave the I alone. And just like I would treat any other variable, I'll do 2 times negative 3, which is negative 6. I times I, like a variable, would be I squared. Now I'm just going to combine like terms. Negative 18, nothing combines with it. I have two terms that have an I in it. So I'm going to subtract those together, and that would be negative 24i. And I'll have negative 6i squared. Okay? So far, if you look at it, it looks no different than multiplying any binomial together. However, we do remember that we have this special property about I squared. And we know that I squared equals negative 1. So rather than keep an I there, we're going to replace the I squared, okay? Rather than keeping an I squared there, we're going to replace the I squared with a negative 1. So let's do that. So 18 minus 24i, negative 6 times negative 1. Negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6. And look, 6 and negative 18 are like terms. So negative 18 plus 6 is negative 12 minus 24i. And there you go. That is another complex number. So it's just like multiplying any other binomial, okay, except when you get down to this part where you have an I squared, you remember that I squared equals negative 1, so you replace the I squared with a negative 1. And that's it. Thanks.